In this third and final episode of our Alaska Highway road trip series,
we made it to Alaska!
But not without some bumps along the way.
The worst.
Let's go!
All right, it is day 7. We just left that awesome boondocking spot, AKA rest area, and now we're in Haines Junction. It was a whopping 10-minute drive, so I was not prepared for recording any wildlife. And of course, the first thing we saw was the biggest grizzly bear we've seen yet.
Big, fat grizzly
And he was
bear.
right next to the road. Oh, I wish I caught it, but I'm so stoked we saw it. And then, you may recall just last night, I was talking about the birds here and how I was surprised that we hadn't seen things like hawks and eagles. Well, they came out today too. We saw a bald eagle. That's just in the first 10 minutes of the day. We're stopping at a grocery store real quick here in Haines Junction. We're gonna go visit the visitor center, and then we're gonna move on to Kluane National Park, which is basically right here. So we're not traveling very far today at all. We're gonna stay in Kluane for a couple of days, take it easy, take a little break from all the driving, but enjoy all of this amazing natural beauty and hopefully lots of wildlife there. And of course, we're taking you along with us. Thing about these visitor centers is that you always learn a lot. And as a result, I need to make a couple quick corrections. First off, what I thought was a female bald eagle, or maybe a young one because it didn't have the white head and tail, was actually a golden eagle. It was beautiful with brown markings. So that is the kind of eagle that we're looking out for here. Either way, we saw an eagle this morning, which was really cool. Also, the prairie dogs, they're not prairie dogs. They are Arctic ground squirrels. And they are abundant and very tame at the rest area. We had one just hanging out watching us for quite a while. We have found our home right on Kluane Lake. The boondocking on this trip has just been outstanding. You can see the van there behind me. There's the lake, our incredible view. Woo. We got the snowy mountains right here to the side. I don't know if you could see those. We have a fire ring here. There are multiple fire rings along this beach. And from what we hear, there will probably be multiple bears along this beach too. If it stays pretty chill like it is right now, we're not gonna bother covering our windows, even though it's gonna be light all night and probably keep us up, because we're gonna be watching for wildlife the whole time anyway.
It's not too bad at all. Kind of refreshing. I don't know if I'd go swimming in it, but well, if I were up for a polar plunge, this would be pretty cool. Literally.
Well, I know that it looks like it's still early in the day. The sun is right there. It's pretty high in the sky still, but it's actually after 8 o'clock at night. So we're gonna give you our wrap up for the day because I think we're just gonna be chilling and then eventually going to sleep. We are at a gorgeous boondocking spot in Destruction Bay. We have this beach all to ourselves. It has been absolutely glorious. We went for a little walk on the beach and then honestly, we took a nap and that felt so good. I am very pro nap. Anyhow, for today's wrap-up, we drove from mile 976.9, that was the rest area where we had the gorgeous view of the mountains last night, to mile 1040 here at Destruction Bay on Kluane Lake. And you can see behind me, I think we've got a little bit of a storm rolling in, so hopefully that doesn't hit too hard tonight while we're sleeping. We didn't get any gas, so there's nothing of that sort to report. We made a couple quick stops, which we took you on this morning. We'll put those on the screen here. And our wildlife report, for? Well, you already got it. We saw them all on our way into Haines Junction before coming to Kluane. So we saw one big grizzly bear. That was super exciting. And then the golden eagle. How cool is that? Our first golden eagle on this trip. So that's going to be our wrap for day 7. Tomorrow we will stay here. So we'll show you if we decide to go out and venture into the park, or I don't know, we might just be lazy and hang out here at the beach all day. We'll see. It's 10:50 at night. The sun is finally starting to set, but we just got some rain. And look, there's a rainbow. It's a double rainbow. Right into the lake. 11 o'clock at night. What? Well, in my excitement to jump out and get the rainbow shot, I rolled my ankle, and now it's all swollen, and it hurts. So it's a good thing we were just gonna stay here and relax all day tomorrow, because I have no options now. Day 9! Yes, we skipped a day, and that's because yesterday we just stayed right here. We rested and relaxed, enjoyed this epic campsite.
Oh, man.
I think this has got to be the most beautiful place we've stayed so far. And that's also because we had in the plans to rest, relax, kind of just take a day to slow down, but it became mandatory after our day 7 wrap-up.
Oh my God.
So I had to jump out of the car to get a picture. And in doing so, I really sprained my ankle. I didn't just twist it, I sprained it. It immediately ballooned up. It was scary big.
Yeah, it was huge.
We were kind of concerned, but we decided to wait it out, and I'm glad we did. Yesterday, I still had to stay off of my foot all day. It was still pretty swollen. It had gone down a little bit, but could not put any weight on it. I could not walk. I could barely stand up. So we just relaxed. We just enjoyed it. We had some beautiful weather. We had the skylight open, and we just took advantage of the fact that we couldn't do anything if we wanted to. And today, the swelling's down quite a bit more. It's still just a bit swollen, and as you can see, I can stand, and I'm kind of hobbling around a bit. So we're getting better. So now we are starting day 9 of the Alaska Highway.
Yeah, and we've got a long drive ahead of us, and it's going to be a rough one. There's going to be a lot of unpaved roads and potholes and frost heaves.
Yeah, we've heard this stretch is a little bit treacherous, but it's a long one, so it's going to give us a good chance to hopefully see a bunch of wildlife.
Yeah.
Which, you know, that's the most exciting thing for us. It also is going to take us into Alaska.
Yes.
Which is both exciting but also bittersweet.
Yeah.
Because Canada has been so good to us. But we're really looking forward to all this time. I mean, Alaska's been the end goal.
Yep.
We're going to spend a bunch of time exploring it now. We're so excited for that, but I am kind of sad to be leaving Canada.
Yeah, we look forward to coming back through, though.
Heck yeah, and we will be afterwards. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. First things first, we need to get to talk so that we can find ourselves an RV park with showers.
Yes, let's get going.
Okay, we were just driving away from our campsite, complaining about how no bears came to visit us, and
We're no experts on poop, but given those giant mitten footprints, definitely bear.
oh my gosh. And are there big claws on that one in the front there?
Yeah, there are more claws visible as you come up here.
That's gotta be a grizzly then, because they got the big claws.
Yikes, that's really close. Like, we were just parked up right over there. I can't believe we didn't even see it. It was right by us.
Look at those claw prints. Oh my god, look at that. That is so cool. Check out these roads. Yikes. Whoa. Little gravelly in this stretch. And bumpy. Oh, man. Can you hear
Hear everything squeaking and rattling back there. So over these roads. This stretch is the worst. Ugh. It's just gravel and washboard and potholes, and this is the one part of the drive I am not enjoying. Whoa! Oh, that's good. There's the Alaska sign.
We made it to Alaska!
And now we're driving out of customs into Alaska. All right, we're in Alaska. Coming through customs as an American into the United States is so much faster and easier than it was crossing into Canada. They gave us a really thorough inspection on our way in. But yeah, the US, I guess they're like, well, we're stuck with you, so it kind of doesn't matter. It is the end of day 9 wrap up, and that means we only have 1 day left of this trip.
I can't believe it.
Today was stressful. Got some
It was
really
a long
rough
one.
roads.
Yeah.
This guy was a champ, dodging all of those potholes and just, oh, it was a nightmare. I mean,
Hit
I
a
don't even know.
couple. I got to admit, I hit a couple.
A little. It wasn't too bad.
They were kind of bad.
And yes, I have a towel on my head because we just took a great shower. Oh my gosh. We love our outdoor shower. But when you're in bear country, you just don't want to use products that have fragrance because that might
Yeah.
attract them a little too much. And the shower's good for like rinsing off if you want to, you know, with just clear water or whatever. But I just really needed to shampoo, and he was feeling the same.
Yeah.
So we went ahead and splurged for an RV park tonight. We are at Tundra RV Park and Bar.
That's right.
So we have gone from Destruction Bay at mile 1040-ish to Tundra RV Park and Bar at mile 1280, which puts us at 240 miles for the day.
I think that's our longest stretch yet.
Is it really?
I think so.
We'll have to look back and check the record.
I think that's right.
Do you want to give them the gas record?
Yes. Today for gas, we plopped in a whopping $56.41 Canadian, $56.41, and that was 27.532 liters.
Now for the wildlife report, which is always the most exciting.
Oh, man.
And today definitely delivered. I am losing my towel.
A bit of a roller coaster, too.
It was, yes. We started strong and then went for a long dry spell. But we saw, first off, 2 really cute bunnies. One in
Yep.
Canada, one here in Alaska. They hopped across the road each time, and those were super cute. But the very first thing we saw still back in Canada,
Right away.
Tell 'em.
A big, fat grizzly.
oh, it was awesome, and it was right next to the road. So
Yep.
we pulled over, we made sure it was safe, got some video from inside the car, and then moved on from there. But oh, we got such a good look at him. He was awesome.
That thing was chowing down
is
on some
falling
grass
off.
and weeds. It was a really good sighting.
And shortly after we crossed the border into Alaska, we saw a bald eagle.
Oh, it was amazing. Right, there he is.
Oh, it's a bald eagle.
He's got sticks. Wow.
The thing was just flying in front of us for a
Yeah.
while. We could see it had like big branches or like
Yeah.
sticks of some kind
Probably
in its
making a
mouth.
nest.
Oh my gosh, it was so cool. And it was definitely the iconic white head, white
yeah.
tail, massive bald eagle. It was so cool.
Yep.
But that wasn't even the best of it, because back in Canada still, we got a moose crossing the road right in front of us.
Out of nowhere.
It just showed up and
Plopped out
crossed
of the
right in
brush.
front of us, and it had a little baby with it.
So amazing.
Oh, it was so cute. I just wanted
All
to get out and
legs.
hug it. Oh my gosh, they really are, aren't they? It's so amazing. These big, huge bodies and these skinny little legs. How do they even support themselves?
Ugh.
I honestly did not think it could get better than
It
that.
was awesome.
I mean, I was pretty sure that was the best, but I had to make certain. So when we got into Alaska, we saw another moose with another baby.
So crazy. 2 mamas and 2 babies.
Two
in the
mamas,
same day.
2 babies. They were so cute. And yes, of course, we stayed in the van. You definitely do not want to mess with the mama-baby combination.
Yeah.
Just keep it rolling. Make sure you're safe. Make sure they're safe. And just keep on going and appreciate them as you go. But wow.
Just incredible.
You guys, we're going to wrap it up for day 9. Tomorrow, we go to Delta Junction. And that is the end of the Alaska Highway.
Yep. It's hard to believe it's already coming to an end.
But then we get to spend weeks exploring Alaska.
I
So we
mean-
have so much to come. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. We're gonna go have dinner now, and tomorrow, day 10. Day 10. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Yes, I'm still in the same pajamas I filmed in last night. We're taking advantage of the laundromat here at Tundra RV Park in Tuk, Alaska. We just have a short drive today to finish off this Alaska Highway tour, and we're not really in any rush. It's a beautiful day. We're gonna spend the afternoon driving to Delta Junction, Alaska, which is the terminal point of the Alaska Highway, but the starting point of our massive Alaska summer that we are so excited to get into. This is such a bittersweet day, but first we need to make sure we have some clean clothes to take with us.
All right, chores are done. We've put on some real clothes, and now it's time to finish the last stretch of the Alaska Highway.
All right, 10 miles to go. I cannot believe it.
Coming close to the end, it's hard to believe.
I know, and so far this stretch, okay, there's a moose sign, so we might encounter some moose in these last 10 miles, but so far this stretch we haven't seen any wildlife.
Yeah, surprising.
But it's been a pretty drive, it's nice. And I have just been so amazed by this entire road trip. This has just been something else, a dream come true, don't you think?
Yeah, incredible.
And I'm so proud of us. We were so prepared for every possible disaster, well, most of them anyway, and I think it was a lot easier than I was expecting it to be.
That was surprising for sure.
I mean, the only rough patch of road we really had was going from Kluane to Tuk. I don't know how to say it. I think I might have been saying it wrong, by the way. If it's Tuk or Tok.
T-O-K.
Yeah, let us know in the comments if you know the right way to pronounce it. I'm probably gonna get a lot of names wrong as we go through here. Anyhow, yeah, the one patch, that one day, it was kind of a long driving day of bad roads, but otherwise, it has been so pleasant, really beautiful, weather changing on a dime, multiple times throughout a day, but honestly, nothing that has ever made things difficult or ruined things. Canada is freaking amazing.
Gosh.
If you had asked me back in 2019 what my top 10 or even 20 countries that I want to visit are, I'm not sure I would have even thought of Canada.
No.
It's always just there for us being from the US, and I don't know if I would have known exactly what to do. But now, I am telling everybody, go to Canada.
Yeah.
At the very least, go to the Canadian Rockies, because we've at least experienced that. But I am so excited now to go visit the cities. Vancouver's supposed to be amazing. We're definitely going to see that on our way back down from Alaska to the lower 48. I can't wait to see more of the cities, but just the natural beauty. It's like a postcard, a living postcard.
So unexpected.
And I swear it is going to stay very close, if not at the top of one of my favorite places in the world that I've visited. I'm so happy that we got to do this and that we're gonna get to go back. But I keep getting ahead of myself because we're in Alaska now. We're gonna spend the next few weeks here. Honestly, we don't have a real solid plan or schedule while we're here, but we have some really general ideas of things we wanna do and see, and kind of the general path we're gonna take. So from Delta Junction, we're gonna head up to Fairbanks, and we are gonna spend the longest day of the year at the northernmost point that either one of us has ever traveled before. It is going to be probably just light all night, I think, because it was already kind of light all night last night.
Yeah.
And we're just going further north to Fairbanks. We're gonna go to Denali, of course. We're gonna head down to Anchorage, Seward, Homer, and Valdez. We're still just formulating a plan as we go. We're waiting to get some recommendations from people, see what they say. Oh, you gotta do this, or, you know, maybe that's not worth your time, whatever. Make sure you like and subscribe so that you can see all of our adventures. And wow, now we're down to just over 5 miles to the end of the Alaska Highway. Oh my God. All right, this is it. We're coming up. We made it to the end.
We did it.
And it says milepost 1422. I think that's the historic highway, maybe.
I think so.
Because we were supposed to have traveled to milepost 1387. And because of our back and forths, we actually traveled 1,599.3 miles. As soon as we top up with gas here in town, we are going to give you our entire trip totals. And of course, all the wildlife totals, just to remind you how many freaking bears we saw.
Oh my goodness.
Those make a lot of sense here.
Ah,
We have definitely seen a lot of bugs. Okay, we're not usually those kind of travelers who are like, oh my God, so glad to be back in the US. In fact, most of the time we're super excited to go see someplace else. And we loved Canada. It was so good to us. But one reason I am very happy to be back in the US now, and specifically in one of the states that are a little bit more affordable when it comes to these things, look at the gas price. It is less than $4 a gallon here. Ah! All right, I think we gotta finish up today's wrap up, don't we?
yes, we certainly do. For today's gas, we put in a whopping 12.836 gallons.
We're back to gallons now.
Back to gallons, and we paid $48.12 US for that.
We are loving the Alaska gas prices.
Yes.
And we are spending the night here at the Delta State Recreation Site. It's a $15 honor box self-pay situation, first come, first serve. We got ourselves a beautiful spot here, and this is our last overnight on the Alaska Highway.
So let's recap some of these totals from the trip. We drove a total of 1,540.4 miles, or 2,479 kilometers. We put in a total of 250.831 liters, or 66.262 gallons of gas, for a total of $469.97 Canadian, which is roughly $345.81 US. And of course, the wildlife totals. We saw 4 bunnies, 2 deer, 1 porcupine, 3 Arctic ground squirrels, 2 large heron-type birds, 1 golden eagle, 1 bald eagle, 1 stone sheep, more bison than we could count, 8 moose, 28 black bears, and 4 grizzlies.
Thank you so much for watching, you guys. We'll see you next time.
Subscribe and join us in the coming weeks to see our big adventures in Alaska.
Baked Alaska.